Liberty's Kids.
If Congress continues promoting these fools into officers, we will surely lose the war.
Washington's troops taught the ways of professional soldiering by the aide-de-camp to King Frederick the Great of Prussia.
They're learning from a Prussian?
Who cares how we stand if we know how to fight? We were already starving and living in rags. If Washington lets von Steuben keep treating us this way, he won't have any army at all.
Dearest Mother, remember in England how I complained about the cold? And now I welcome the snow as a friend because it stops the war.
There it is! Valley Forge! Washington's a genius! It's close enough to Philadelphia to keep an eye on Howe and his winter quarters, but far enough away to avoid a surprise attack.
Oh, Philadelphia.
Don't worry, Henri. We'll win it back.
Can't we talk about something besides more fighting?
How about Washington wanting to use this time to train our forces to become a disciplined army?
Or how all the soldiers who've suffered so much will finally have a chance to rest and get healthy. Oh no. It looks worse than we thought.
We meet again, my friends.
Lafayette!
Joubert! I've missed you!
And you, Henri.
Marquis, we hoped Valley Forge would be a comfortable place for our soldiers.
Come, James, are these not miracles? A prize of $12 was given to the best built in each regiment.
Maybe you should have offered more.
General Washington refuses to follow the bad example of our enemy. He does not believe in angering private citizens by forcing them to house his soldiers. Chimney still needs work.
But we heard there'd be more food for the men and warm clothes.
Yes. General Washington himself is off trying to get much-needed supplies from General Greene. But I'm so glad you arrived before I left. Generals Conway and Gates have asked me to attack Canada. And to take it back from the British and liberate my countrymen.
Sounds like an interesting story. Perhaps we should go with you.
I'm still packed!
But then you would be missing the greater drama, Henri. Washington's troops taught the ways of professional soldiering by the aide-de-camp to King Frederick the Great of Prussia.
They're learning from a Prussian?
Lieutenant General Frederick von Steuben, a tremendous hero. As hard and as seasoned a man, I am told, as has ever lived.
There.
That's as hard a man as has ever lived.
You should have stayed with James and Henri to report on the transformation of ordinary citizens into a true army.
What happened? Those must be the supplies the soldiers are waiting for. Lying there, abandoned.
Alas, Congress put our supply lines in the hands of shirkers who prefer British gold to the good continental dollar.
Philadelphia? They spelled Philadelphia with a K. I'm going to write about this.
No, General Washington begs us to hold our tongues. He doesn't want the troops to lose faith in the government. He'd rather take the blame.
Valley Forge? Where's the valley? And where's the forge?
The forge was burned by the British. As for the valley... Well...
No meat! No meat! No soldier! No soldier!
Look, lads, someone drawn by our jolly song. Joseph Paul Martin's the name. Pulp Rock.
What's cooking?
It's fire cake. We make a paste out of flour and water and cook it on hot stones.
Thanks!
You there!
Captain Elias Treadwell. At your service, sir.
Why is no one in uniform?
We are in uniform.
Oh, forgive me. English is not my first language. In Russia, to be in uniform means to be dressed alike.
I'd wager anything that the rumor's true. Congress is eager to make anyone with a foreign accent and fancy ways a general.
You think von Steuben's a fraud?
Who can say? But I intend to find out.
Sir, why do you harass me? I say to you what I say to others just like you 35 times a day. Congress gave me no power to hire officers.
But I am of merit.
Sir, you knowing that you are of merit is a good and pleasing thing, but it doesn't mean it is known to everybody.
You insult me. I am of exceptional merit.
Heaven forbid he has the price of passage. If Congress continues promoting these fools into officers, we will surely lose the war.
A courier from Valley Forge told me you'd be coming.
Moses!
How good to see you again.
And you. With Ben's presses working again, I value a man whose exploits can fill so many of our pages.
Marquis de Lafayette.
My dear Conway.
General Gates awaits us at Irwin's Tavern. On to Canada's liberation.
Pardon, friends. We must make our battle plans. But I shall return with the beginning of a glorious story.
You look troubled.
I don't trust Conway. Or General Gates.
Neither does Benedict Arnold. He told me that Gates has more ambition than courage or ability.
Look at this leaflet. It's anonymous. But Gates and Conway are seeing that it's widely distributed. See? It blames Washington for every failure of the government. They hope to turn the public against him and toward Gates as the new commander-in-chief.
If Gates and Conway can make it appear that someone as popular as Lafayette is shifting his loyalties from Washington to Gates, I've got to warn Lafayette what they're up to.
Sarah, wait! Pardon me, gentlemen. Do any of you know how to stand at attention?
You mean stand up straight? Yes. We know how to stand up straight.
Then pray do so. I shall be using you to train the man. In what, however, I can't imagine.
Did you see how he spoke to me just then? Heels 2 inches apart. Shoulders square to the front. Who cares how we stand if we know how to fight?
Maybe Washington didn't know he was like this.
We were already starving and living in rags. Now we're also stuck with this Prussian trying to make us a professional army. Mark my words, James. If Washington lets von Steuben keep treating us this way, he won't have any army at all.
Where could that tavern be? I've gotten so turned around.
Sarah!
Moses! Thank heavens! How did you know where to find me?
You were heading for a tavern?
To Lafayette! A toast to the future hero of Canada!
Hear, hear.
In the company of his equals at last, and free of the civilian general of Valley Forge.
With the good Marquis reporting only to me, we shall become a triangle of power with no man to stand